Well, here it is, everybody. The Super KHUK, short for Kakuri. Dry Creek Forge, made in USA. I explained everything about it already to everybody, and I can't wait to show you all the performance of this. Jacob Peterson and Ross from Dry Creek Forge really did a good job putting this together, working together on this project, and I'm going to leave all the information you need to get one of these in the description box below. I think they're going to be available after Blade Show. In the meantime, enjoy the video and follow me. Here's a little bit better of a shot. And right now, I'm actually working on clearing a little bit of space in my bushcraft campsite. So I'm going to take this tree down to get to the camp and see how it does. This is the first shot on view. Very deep. Alright, first I'm going to do a little heavy chop testing for firewood on this big log I cut down not too long ago for firewood, because that's one of the things you want, a knife this big, is to actually process firewood, and this thing should do it with no problem by the size and weight. It's a good steel, very sharp, it holds a really nice edge. With a knife like this with the curve, you gotta learn the sweet spot for chopping. As you can see, no problem at all. You always want to use caution with a knife this big, because something this big and sharp will really hurt you if you miss your target and don't hit what you want. So don't go caveman crazy, just use caution. That recurve and weight, just want to make it sink in. It's good so far. I like it. Want to process a little kindling down. It's because I'm going really soft. I'm just letting the knife drop. But you see, if I put a little force in, it goes right through it. No problem. You can see it's taking a nice chop and a huge chunk right out of my chop log. This is the log I always work on, processing wood down. And I pick a little piece up. It is a big knife, but because it's such a high grind and so sharp, you could do basic chores around your campsite like firewood processing with no problem. It's a good carver. It's an instant tent stake right there. There you go. Alright, I'm going to do something here I don't usually do too much. I got a huge piece of wood here I'm going to baton. It's a pretty solid piece of wood. It's not rotted. I just want to see how that front does. I usually don't baton wood this big because I really have no reason to. I have an axe, but this seems to be doing really good. Good piece for the firewood. No problem. I didn't think it would. Now, if you've never heard of Jacob Peterson, he's the owner of Beach and Tactical. He makes rifle slings and the baldric sling for knives that you see a lot on Yellow Hawk knives. I think Chris Tanner uses one. It's just really well made. He's a vet. And I'm actually going to be doing a review of one of his slings really soon. They're really good quality. They really are. He hand makes them himself. Baldric slings for knives and rifle slings. He also has a really cool YouTube channel. I'm going to leave a link in the description box below. It's just really good stuff. Move this down a little more. I'm going to switch it up really quick. I'm going to set up, do a little bit of curls in a minute. Just watch, folks. There's a deer coming through my camp. I just figured I'd see if I can get a picture of him. I don't think I can. They're just out of view now. See him? It's pretty close. He just stared at me and walked away. There. Anyway, I see that deer pretty often. I just thought y'all might want to see him too. Get back to the knife test now. Alright, I want to see how this sparks a Ferro Rod, because I like all my knives to do that. That's just me, because I never know which one I'm going to have or when I'm going to need it to do this. But this really seems to do well. Not a problem at all. So it works good for ferro rods. Do a little bit of feather sticking again. Sometimes you don't always get the best feather sticks, and that's fine. But what you should do is put a hat or a big piece of bark or something underneath whatever piece of wood you're carving, and collect all the curls, because that's essentially what you want. You don't need it to be a solid feather stick, you know, like it's a Olympic sport. Because for a survival knife like this, and in situations you would use this, it would be for survival. And as you can see, Does an excellent job. Really thin curls, they'll go right up, and that's what you want. You want curls that ignite right away. So for that purpose, it's good. See how it does a little bit of carving for a tent stake. Or a survival bow. It all depends on what you're doing. Or a vampire stake, because that's pretty much what I got now. Alright, stick with me, we'll get to the next part of the video. I'm going to give a couple of chops to this log I've been clearing out from my camp for a couple of weeks now. Like I always say, whenever you're out in the woods and you're using a knife this big, or any knife for that matter, make sure you got a really good first aid kit, because things happen. It's a good little chopper. I was sitting here for a little while playing with it, and it does a really good job, very controlled, at splitting these small pieces for firewood. Nice dry little pieces, no problem at all. Well everybody, I'm Mike with Omega Survival, and it's been an absolute pleasure using this knife. For my friends Jacob and Ross, I wish them the best of luck. I hope these really sell, because they work really well, and anyone that has one of these are going to pretty much see how well these do in a camp and how good they chop. They feather stick really well and pretty much do anything I need to do around my camp. So I'll leave a link in the description box below where you can find these, and Jacob and Ross will be more than happy to help you. So until next time, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm Mike with Omega Survival. Get outside.